Hello everybody, welcome back. In this video we are going to create our Suzuki model, so Pakistani Suzuki model. So we already have created this truck model, and which is good, and we will just save this file uh, as a new blender file. So we can save as, and here we can say Pakistani Suzuki, and now we can just save it, and now we have a new file here. Okay, so we have a reference image for Pakistani Suzuki, so I will just bring this reference image inside our project, art G, art R, and then RX 90 degree, and then we have this image which we will just analyze it with for the reference. So I will just hide this truck, and if we press 1 you can see that this is our image, and what we need for this image is simply this bottom section, and the tire section also little bit different from the truck body, so we will do that. And then the textures, we will just create another type of textures. So the important thing is this back body, and yeah, and the little bit manipulation with the front body as well, I think so. So let's see. Yeah, although this is good, but we will create little bit manipulation with the front body as well. And here if you see, the front body has this type of tire, and then we have this type of door, and door is actually good. We can keep this door as it is, and then we can just move this section a little bit out, and then we will extrude this section. Okay, the back body. Okay, so for the Suzuki, I think we don't we will just keep it like this, and this thing we don't need, we will just delete this, and now we will just hide this section as well, and we'll just start manipulating this section. So yeah, and also for the tires, I think we will make our tires small. As you can see in Suzuki, the tires are not very big, these are small and closer to the cuts. So we will just press S to scale it, and now we will just place these tires to this position maybe. Okay, that's good. And also for the this shape, you can see the truck shape is quite higher, and this shape is not too high. So for that purpose, we can select these doors as well, and this door as well, and 3 things, and then we can just scale it a little bit like this. Okay, not too much, and then we can just move it like this. Yeah, actually this is good, and now we will just move this section a little bit higher, and this is good. And now we can start extruding the other sections, and we will keep this as it is. No need for other type of manipulation. This is good actually, and yeah, placement is fine, no problem. And now we will start creating the back section. So for the back section, we can extrude this part, and also we can just I think we should go to edit mode for this body type, and I will just hide the left and right door so that we can analyze things in a better way. And here you can see that we have this loop. Let's select this loop from the corner to this corner, and I will just, yeah, this is already disabled, so that's good. We will just delete these vertices, sorry, we'll just delete these faces. And now if we select this loop, sorry, if we select the loop, actually this one, and now you can see that we have this loop selected, and we can move this loop a little bit, but you can see the very big problem here. So I think we will just move back, and from here we will just extrude this section without deleting. So we will just extrude it, little bit of extrusion, and then we will just extrude it to a bigger level like this, and we'll just go to 3, press 3, and then easy again, easy again, okay, and then easy again. So we'll keep it like this, so this section and this section would be almost equal, and then we can go to vertices, and we will start manipulating these vertices a little bit. So we'll just go to edit mode, and we'll just, sorry, wireframe mode, and we'll just manipulate these vertices a little bit like this, and sorry, and these vertices as well. So we want to manipulate these vertices so that we can get some shape of a tire edge or tire border, you can see, and that's it, I think. So now if we go to shaded view, and if we press tab after enabling this subdivision surface, you can see that we have a nice cut, and that is good actually, okay, and we need it. So now the second step is to create this type of section, which is the back of the Suzuki, and this is almost 1, 2, okay. So we'll just get an idea, and we'll just go to edit mode, and in edit mode we will select this section, these polygons till here, yeah, that's fine, and this one till here, and then we will select everything like this, and now we will just start extruding this section back, okay. So one problem is that usually the Suzuki has only the corners, not the entire mesh here. So I think we should select only the corners, so we can select these corners, and to this side as well. And now I think we are happy with this, and also the lower one. Okay, now we will just go to 3 EY, little bit extrusion, then EY, back extrusion, EY again, and we will just create the base of the Suzuki. So here you can see that we'll just go to 3 and EY, bigger one, and EY again, and this much is good. Okay, so I think yeah, this much is fine. And in the last yeah, actually we need cuts as well, so that is a problem. So yeah, so we will just undo the things and we will create this section separately. Okay, because we need cuts as well and we need mirror as well, so we'll just move back, and that's it. And for this section we will create another section. So let's do that. So we'll just press Ctrl S to save everything, and then Shift A, mesh, and we will just create, and we'll just delete this I think this back body base, we don't need it. And now we will select the Shift A, we will just go to mesh and a plane, and then we will just go to edit mode, and we will just press, we'll just create some loops here, Control R, and to this side, and then definitely we will just select the half, and we will delete this thing, and then we will just go to mirror it, and we will just clip it as well. And now we will select everything, we will go to side view, and now we will just move it like this to the bottom. Okay, and here we can place it like this. And now we will just go to front view, and I will just hide this image, and here we will just press 1 and SX, and we can scale it like this. Okay, and a little bit more scale I think we need. I think the body will be a little bit outside. Yeah, that should be a little bit outside, I think. So we can keep it here maybe, or okay, let's make it a little bit scale. Okay, this much is fine, and then we can just extrude this section, and also we need this section, so we'll just select this one, and this one as well. Okay, and then we can extrude it. So I think the size is, let's see, the size is a little bit small, so we'll just press everything S, Y, and we'll make it little bit bigger, not too much. Okay, and then we will just select this loop, and this loop, and this loop, and we will start extruding it. So press 3, and then we can just extrude it to Z-axis, extrude it to Z-axis again, Z-axis again, like this. Okay, EX and EZ, sorry, extrude to Z axis, and I think this much is good. Easy. Okay. And now the other thing is that if we enable the Suzuki, you can see this Suzuki usually has the upper corner that is extruded, sorry, that is circular type of shape. So for that purpose we will just create the upper side like a circle. Okay, so we'll do that, and before that we will just do something, some more efforts here. So I will just create a loop here and here as well. You will need these loops later on. So I think we will select this loop and a little bit more extrusion, easy, and this much is good, I think. Okay, so now what else we need is that we need a tire shape here. So for that purpose we can just select a loop here and we can create our tire at this spot, I think. So yeah, that's fine, we will create our tire here. So before that, what else we need is that first one important thing is to arrange these vertices as well. So we'll just select these vertices and one by one we will just move it like this, and we will arrange it according to the main body. Okay, so moving further, I have just created this type of section so for tire, and we joined these tires here. Also I have just rounded this section and organized this section as well. Okay, so that's very nice, and I will just create a loop here for the better result. And now what else we need is that actually if we see the reference image we will get some idea. So let's see the reference image, and okay, so here is our reference image. So you can see these type of extrusions here, and this thing, and then the upper section is fill out. Okay, so that is joined, and then we have this type of shape, and then this type of section in the front. Okay, so that's nice, and we have a cutout here. Okay, so for differentiating this we will just make something better here as well, and then we have this section and this section, and this is the main section till here. Okay, so that's nice. Now we will just move here, and we can create our section till here. I think the upper section till here. I will just differentiate these things. Okay, so here we will create a loop, and from this side we will create a loop here, and this will be the bottom section. We will keep a straight loop as well here. Okay, okay, that's good. This will be the middle area, and this will be that area. And now we also have cutout sections here, so like this, 1, 2 and 3, and then 4, the last one. So for these, actually we can cut out these things, but we can create some extruded inside effect as well. Okay, so that will be better, I think so. So if we move back and if we create a that type of effect, that is better. So extrude. Okay, so from front and from back and then from middle. So from back we will keep this section, from front we will just create one more loop here. So that's good, and we will just extrude this section, and then we have this section and then the other sections. Okay, so we will just create another set here. Okay, so let's make it here and move it here as well, and then we need extrusion here as well. So okay, that's fine. So now we will select these sections, so till here I think, and this one, then this one, then I will just select this section I think, and this section we will keep it small a little bit, and this section we will keep it bigger like this. Okay, that's very nice, and now we can just extrude it to x-axis. Okay, like this, and that's good. If we apply this thing, you can see we got this type of result, which is good actually, and when we will add the textures, it will look good, it will look better. Okay, and although if you will need to make it perfect, you can do so by adding some more loops, and I think to the corners we should add some loops to the corners. So I will just add a loop here and one loop here. Okay, that's absolutely nice, and now you can see it's quite better than before, and for more better result we will create some loops here as well. So let's create that loops, because the this section is a very important section, and this is the main aspect of our Pakistani Suzuki, so that's why we are trying to achieve some better result. Okay, so okay, and then here we need a loop cut here as well, and now you will see that we will have very nice result. Yeah, now you can see that we have very nice cuts here. Okay, now what else we need is that we need to this section, the upper section, to be filled out, and also okay, and also one more thing here you can see. So I will just go back, and here I will create a one more loop cut here. Okay, so we'll keep some nice texture here at this point. Okay, so that's why I have added this loop here. So now we will select the upper loop here, and we can join this loop by, if we press F, you can see we can join it easily, but definitely it will not look good if we go to this era. Yeah, actually it's look good, better, not very bad. Okay, and we don't need any but we need some textures here as well, so I think it will not work good. So we'll just move back, and what we will do, we will just join these faces manually. Okay, And definitely for manually we can select one section, for example, maybe this section for example, and then we can extrude it and we can join these edges. Okay, so that is a better idea. So I will do that and we will resume the video. Okay, moving further, you can see that now we have this type of shape. I just joined this section as well, and now what else we need is that we want to extrude the top section. So for that purpose we should need a corner. So I think from here to here is enough, and then we can select this section and this section, and then we can extrude it to z-axis, very small, then again extrude it to z-axis, extrude it to z-axis again, and this much is good, and that's nice. We have a better shape now. So now if we apply the subdivision surface and solidify, just for rechecking the things, now you can see we have this type of shape, which is good, which we need. Okay, and now what else we need is for the Suzuki is that we should not have this type of flat corner. We have open Suzuki, okay, from the back. So from this, actually from this section, okay, so from here to here we have to remove this thing, and from the top as well, like this. Okay, we will delete this section because our passengers should be able to sit down in our Suzuki, so we have to do this for passengers. So we can select this section, so this one as well, and we can delete the faces. Okay, so now you can see we have a nice shape here, and if you apply subdivision surface and a modifier, you can see we have this type of shape, which is quite good, that we need. And now for the number plate we need some section here, so we'll keep it simple. So we'll just move back, and for the number plate we can choose this section. I think till here it is enough, and we can just extrude it a little bit to y-axis, so just for differentiating the number plate. So extrude it to y-axis a little bit, and that's it. And we will just create a loop here, and I will tell you why I'm creating this loop. And actually we will add this loop later on, not now. So now for the lights we need some light here as well. So for that purpose I think we should create a loop here, and then we'll just select a loop here as well, and here as well, and then we can just delete this vertex, and we'll select this loop, and we'll just make it circle. Okay, and this is the circular light, and we'll just scale it little bit, I think so, maybe like this, and then EY to extrude it, EY again, and then we can just press ES and then F to fill out the faces. Okay, so that's nice, that's for our light. So this is our light and this is the number plate, although you can see the number plate is not very sharp. So for that we will just add a loop here, corner loop, and we will create a loop here as well for the sharp corners, and a loop here. So now I think almost lot of things are done now, and what else we need is yeah, actually we need a section here, because Suzuki usually have a cut here as well, so for air and for some other things. So we can just select, I think this section, okay, till here, and we can just delete the faces. Okay, that's good. And now if we apply modifiers, you can see everything look good. Okay, and that's it. Now it's time to add some textures, I think. Okay, so after creating the basic textures, we'll move back.